All right, man. Let's talk about DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams struggling in week one. And it's just week one. Um, it's just week one, but it looked like Brad Holmes have made the right decision on some of these players that he chose to move on from. Now with some confusion about what happened with Jamal Williams in the organization. Jamal Williams had one side of the story, they didn't want him. Brad Holmes had a different side, basically saying they wanted they wanted Jamal Williams, but um, I was asked for too much money, turned around, surprised everybody, and drafted. Um, well, not drafted, but signed David Montgomery. So they took Jameer Gibbs pretty high, but I mean that is what it is. Um, but let's speak on it. Um, so DeAndre Swift amongst former Lions who struggled with their new team in Week One, and I started him in a fantasy lineup on FanDuel. Rashard Penny with the help was a healthy scratch. So let me see how these carries broke down for them, and they was playing in inclement weather. So to me, that really didn't make any sense for him not to get a reasonable amount of touches, especially with Rashad Penny being out of there. So Gainwell was the one that got the 14 touches. DeAndre Swift got one touch, Boston Scott got one touch, and Jalen Hurts carried the ball 9 times. And Swift got one reception. So, and Boston Scott also had one reception. Kenneth Gainwell had four. So they chose to go with Kenneth Gainwell as the lead back. So, I mean, you got to remember he's in Philly too. So he's in Philly. That's his hometown, FYI. So, some running backs, let me put it here, they get better as the game go along. They get stronger and wear the defense out. Okay. And they workhorses. They need all those touches just to get going. Some guys can do a lot with less. So I'm not sure if Kenneth Game will get them the best opportunity to win, but it is what it is. So let's say DeAndre Swift obviously had one carry, 3 yards, one catch. He played just 19 snaps for the Eagles offense, as Philly relied heavily upon Kenneth Gainwell, 41 snaps, sprinkled in some Boston Scott, 8 snaps, and two. Gainwell wasn't overly successful either. Rushed for 54 yards, 14 carries, 3.9 yards a carry, catching 4 passes, 20 yards, 5 yards a catch. The Eagles, who were one of the best rushing teams 2022, managed just 97 yards, 25 carries. So Philly may lean on Swift next week to bounce back. I mean, they could, you know. The Patriots are known for having good trench play, though. Um, you know, they known for having good trench play. So so we have to wait and see exactly how that play and how that lay down. But um, you know, but you know, but yeah, I mean, I just a lot of people was mad when they got rid of him. I mean, nationally, I just don't think when you talk about national football, people like, I mean, not nationally, but like this country, has a belief, uh, you know, uh, that Swift was really, really good, but he really wasn't. He had his moments, but he never was healthy enough. You know, you know, so he was just never healthy enough. When he was healthy, yeah, he did big things, whatever. But then there was questions about his toughness, questions about some technical things that he wasn't doing on the field and stuff of that nature. So I felt that the upgrade should have came years ago with him. That was my opinion. I felt the upgrade should have came years ago with with him. And I kept saying, and people kept believing somebody can't stay healthy, and your job is to take hits on every play. I mean, come on, come on, think about that for a minute. Come on. So that's just common sense. Very, very common sense. So, but nonetheless, Jamaal Williams didn't have much success neither. 18 carries, 45 yards, 2.5 yards to carry, 2 yards, 7 yards for 7 yards. The Saints came away with the win with Williams as their lead back, but they couldn't get much anything going. Brian Williams actually iced the game with his longest run of the day with the 11-yard run, but he fumbled the ball on the play. Luckily, they were able to recover too. He said the injured Kendra Miller injured and Alvin Kamara's currently spinning. Williams is basically serving as the workhorse back in New Orleans. He played 49, 65 snaps on Sunday and didn't manage nothing. Like I said, man, with him, he didn't seem to have no burst that David Montgomery got. He seemed not to really have that burst. You know what I'm saying? So that was my thing. He didn't really have that burst out the backfield. Um, Montgomery seemed to be had more burst, more lively, more physical. Um, I just like David Montgomery better. you know. And I like David Montgomery. Good, back for the Bears. The Bears chose to go with Khalil Herbert. Understandably so, young, talented guy. But yeah, I just felt like there could be an easy upgrade um, for the running backs, and they did. Would I like to have Jalen Carter, who had a really good Sunday? Absolutely, absolutely, bro, absolutely. But um, you understand the character concerns and how Philly got a good locker room with a bunch of former Georgia Bulldogs that can keep him in check. Maybe we didn't have that at the time. We don't absolutely didn't have all the Georgia Bulldogs he was familiar with, um, but yeah, I mean, I just felt that it could be an upgrade at running back, and it's early in the season. Who knows? Any of these guys can burst on the scene, get injured, do well. But I just think you could just look at Dave Montgomery, see a clear upgrade over Williams. You can look at Jahmyr Gibbs and see the potential to be a clear upgrade over DeAndre Swift, a little bit more physical runner. And then you have some other lines they sprinkled in there. DJ Shark injured. Evan Brown, they said he struggled versus the Seahawks. Josh Wood, Chris Board, Amani Ararie. They said that he didn't even make the 50-man Giants roster, but he on a practice squad. So he didn't even make the roster. Mike Hughes didn't play. Uh, Jeff Okuda still injured. Sterling Thomas, didn't play. Deshaun Elliott had 13 tackles but got torched by Justin Herbert. Um, so yeah, like the Lions made early on, make the right decision on some of these dudes to get rid of them. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, or X. Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist, more videos like this. Peace.